Right, so here's a quick update on the Edge Performance Turbo Shark. I've had it for about a week now, and we've managed to make quite good progress on the firewall forward installation. Obviously it helped that we mocked up a lot of this before we went to Slovak to do the builder assist program on the airframe itself. But still there's tons of million things that needs to be sorted. But yeah, managed to make quite good progress. So we got our fire sleeved Teflon AN hoses for the fuel. It's our fuel supply and fuel return. Got our throttle cable and linkage all made up. Got our intercooler tucked in here, very confined as you can see, but we have to use whatever space we have available. We have our 15 amp slim alternator, secondary alternator, fitted on the rear of the engine. And as you can see here, we have a heat exchanger that helps us to keep our oil temps low, because past experience with our previous Turbo Shark, we noticed that our coolant was running quite cool and the oil was running a bit on the high side. And it's quite obvious when you see the radiator sits in front and then the oil cooler gets whatever air that is left. So we have plenty of cooling capacity on the coolant system, so we'll rather have a secondary oil cooler to keep our temps in the green. So we got our coolant hose routed here, comes up on top. We've tucked in the coolant temp adapter for the ECU right in there to keep wiring and everything as clean as possible. We've used the Rotex IS coolant spider to kind of get it out of the way here so that we can get it tucked in and still have space for the hydraulic governor that's going to sit here. Of course, we have our high flow 22 millimeter oil pump and scavenge pump assembly here. Just made up a flexible hose piece that attaches to a stainless steel piping, which is clamped and support here for rigidity. And then it comes back here into the oil sump of the turbo for the scavenge return. Our turbo here is clamped in place with these machined clamps. Got two in the bottom and one on top there. The exhaust is quite unique for its installation. It's something we also made custom. So it has a full radial machined slip joint, which will take up any thermal expansion, prevent cracking. It merges two into one, and then it has a V-band clamp here for ease of installation. Coming over to the other side, we have sort of the same exhaust layout, merges two into one. Then we have a flexible bellow coupler and then a second V-band clamp. We've got our muffler tucked in here with a dedicated custom bracket. So now we got to make the exhaust come kind of out and down. So that'll be a assembly based on several pie cut pipe pieces. Here we have our fuel pressure regulator. So we have the fuel return coming from the fuel distribution block to the regulator, and then it returns back to the wing tank that are being used. And I think that covers most of it. So a few more tweaks and custom parts and brackets here and there, and we are actually getting quite close. So just a quick overview of the interior. We've gone with the orange and gunmetal gray Alcantara. It's nice and soft, comfy. Rear seat, got kind of the same layout. So in the back we have our passenger BRS handle. We have our starter switch, dual mag switches, and our master switch. On the control grip, we have our pitch trim, we have our radio, and then autopilot connect and disconnect button. The seats on the Shark are quite unique. They are adjustable. And coming over to this side, we have both throttle, propeller pitch and brakes, as well as in the canopy frame we have landing gear, flaps and a G3X, which also can operate the radio transponder and the remote audio panel. So this plane can be flown from the rear seat with a non-rated passenger in the front seat. In the front seat, cockpit section, we have a bit more going on. Apologize for being a bit of a mess here. We have everything torn down to do some wiring work. But very comfortable cockpit. It's wide, you can sit pretty much legs straight out. The instrument panel is pretty well equipped with a Garmin G5, a 10-inch G3X, a GMC 507 autopilot. It's got the Trig TI 91 radio. It's got a remote audio panel, ELT, and electric flaps and gear. And as well, it has the BRS ejection handle. And on 3 points in the Shark, there are ejection handles for the emergency gear release. And over here we have our cabin heat, our fresh air vent, and then for the throttle we have our engine cowling, which is adjustable. Of course, we gotta have the eco and power feature of the ECU. Very nice. And of course we got our Behringer wheels and brakes. Gotta have those in matching orange. Pretty spacious baggage compartment. And a quite massive tail to give it very good stability, even in turbulence. Got our elevator and the rear wing sitting in the transport cradle still. So that covers most of it. It's a quick update, and we'll be back once we made some more progress. So thanks for watching, and see you guys soon.